on certain stuff because I went to school and took astrophysics and learned how to build certain stuff too as well. Certain fire, it created a flash or something. So she could have looked back and that flash hit her ass in the eyes and she fell over and her ass got burnt up. Whatever scenario may have happened. But she became a pillar of salt though, just from looking back, and she wasn't supposed to look back. Let me see, let me go. Now verse 27, it says, Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord, and he looked towards Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. Now, let me see. I ain't gonna go on to the rest of this. It just goes into how Moab and Ammon was born. That's a whole other topic. But let me go back to the book of Revelation real quick. Book of Revelation, chapter 18. Let me see where we're on down from. I'm going to start at verse 15. It said, the merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, all these countries were made rich. China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Russia. Which Russia had their own economy set up some type of way, but they did deals with arms deals and rocket deals and all type of stuff for the U.S. as well too. Germany. A lot of different places were made rich because of this place. Goods get imported over here, whether it be German cars, whether it be Russian weapons, whether it be Chinese everything. That's a little inside joke. And whether it be European stuff. So a lot of people out the world, a lot of European brands and all this different stuff. Those places were made rich by her. The her is talking about America. It says, shall stand far off for the field of her torment, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed with fine linen, purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls for 1 hour. So great riches is come to naught. What could do something like that in 1 hour? Let's go to this real quick. Let's see. The scripture's talking about the elements should melt with fervent heat in 2 Peter. There's only one thing on this earth that can make stuff melt like that. It says those are all factors. Now, you can look this up too for yourself. Let me see. Let me make sure my screen clear as possible. I said those are all factors that play the role in the temperature at the center of a nuke. But the temperature at the core of the explosion is always between 50 and 150 million degrees Fahrenheit, man. If you got any fucking sense, you want to be on the most high good side when this go off. Because, well, sometimes I feel a little hot grease or fucking hot water in the shower. I don't even want to feel that shit. Just imagine feeling something that's 50 to 150 million degrees Fahrenheit, man. You're going to melt. I said any person around the point at which the bomb was detonated will literally be instantly vaporized to nothing. Now, let's get this preset real quick. You can't make this stuff up, man. Let's see. Might as well go to it since it's fresh in my mind. Let's look at 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 10. Let me go down. Now I said, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, because this definitely gonna catch people off guard. Hold on, my screen is a little blurry. 1 minute. Make sure my screen clear. Alright, there we go, that's better. Now it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with what? Fervent heat. What this say right here? It says, any person around the point at which the bomb was detonated will literally be instantly vaporized to nothing. That's spooky, man. Fuck Halloween. That's spooky right here. Because it'll make it even more spooky. People don't believe this gonna happen. That's why it said the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Because, hey, motherfuckers don't think they can get got. I'd be, oh yeah, I'm chilling. My shit secure. I got cameras up, all this security code, whatever. And that thief catch your ass slipping in the night. That's how it go down. That's how the Lord come out. Now it says, in which the heaven shall pass with a great noise. That great noise is that sonic boom when that shit break the atmosphere. It says the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Earth also in the works, and therein shall be burned up. Seeing that then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of Yahweh. It said, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to the promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness, and that's what we want, man. Like I mentioned in previous videos, people always be like, what a real man want? A real man want righteousness, balance, peace, stuff being order, and all that chaos and nonsense, bullshit. Let me see. I want to read some more of this. I ain't read more of that. Let me go back into Revelation. Revelation chapter 18 and back in verse 17, it says, for in 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships. That's how you know this is talking about America. It's not talking about Rome or nothing like that, or no other area that people try to say. All the other countries got made off what place? Because our place import the most goods. We don't export a lot of goods. Everything is imported. That's why you got stuff going on the West Coast at the port. A lot of stuff not coming in. A lot of grocery stores not getting filled up. A lot of merchandise not getting sent out. It's a shortage on a lot of stuff. Gas prices going up. That's because these other countries send all this stuff over here. Now it says, for in 1 hour, so great riches is coming nigh, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. Now, those countries that got these arrows, these nukes, they only take 30 plus minutes to reach over here. And they've been testing them too. It's in the news. Let me see if I can find one of the videos real quick and go back to it. Let me see. I just seen one recently. It was talking about Russia testing one on one of them ships, aircraft carrier or something like that. There's so much stuff going on, man. We gotta be real diligent to keep up with a lot of this stuff, because there's a lot of distractions be going on too. Let me see. No, this ain't what I was looking for, but it's stuff like this. The Iran GC speedboats intercept U.S. naval vessel. Why? Because you got Esau ass meddling over there like they always do. That's what they do. Meddling. Now let me see. Let me find this other video. Give me 1 minute. And I seen this right here. This had me laughing. This is some BS. It says how the AK-47 is deadlier than a nuke. That's a fucking joke. I ain't even gonna click on that video. Let me see. What that video at, man? Now look, got stuff like this and more of the war stuff. War with China, Taiwan prepares a major war games with the U.S. Just a few events while I'm looking for this. Let me see. China sends 52 fighter jets into Taiwan airspace. Keep going down. Yeah, they ain't sending no little no G5 jets over there. They sending fighter jets over there. Cause the times coming, like the scripture says, it's a time for everything, basically. Time for war, time for peace, time to love, time to hate. And that war stuff popping out right now. Let me see if I can find this video. If I don't get to it, I'll pull it up in another video, but there's so much stuff on it. Should have just queued it up. Okay, here we go. Here we go, right here. It said Russian Navy test fires cruise missiles to hit a target over 450 kilometers away. You know, who they trying to hit with that? You wanna know who they really trying to hit with that? It's in the scriptures, man. They even got mock videos of them shooting over here in America. But nah, people reading that Bible, they don't know what they talking about. They just making that up. They twisting the words up. Yeah, alright, whatever. You'll see it when it happens. Yeah. Let me see, I'm gonna go one more precept. So alright, I'll just read the end of this chapter and I'll just end this up. In verse 20 it says, "Rejoice over thou heaven, ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh hath avenged you on earth. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city of Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all." There's only one thing that can do that on this earth right now. And it says, "And the voice of harpers and musicians and pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft you be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, and the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And 9 nations be deceived by Esau red ass. They deceive them with the media. They deceive them with historical accounts. You don't really research all that stuff. You don't really know what the hell going on. They deceive our own people with their own book. The scriptures, that's why a lot of people are like, that's a white man book. No, the hell it ain't. And you go in there and you go into the full details, they completely condemn who you would call the so-called white man. Tell you the characteristics and all that stuff. But they deceive people into thinking the exact opposite. They deceive people with different so-called medicines and prescriptions and shit like that. Instead of actually healing, they just, they just basically tape shit together, pamper it, and actually fix the problem. They create the problem and then they drag that shit out so they can make money off of it. And that's real deceptive. But they're gonna pay for that though. Now, verse 24 says, "In the earth was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints, and of all that was slain upon the earth." And a lot of blood and shit over here from the time when the conquistadors came over here, the time when Columbus red ass came over here, the time when Ferdinand came over here, all these different people, these different wars and stuff that broke out, the civil wars, the time, the gold rush, different Indians that was in that land got killed. Thanksgiving, all that shit, man. They gotta pay for a lot of stuff, and stuff still going on to this day. So I just want to bring this out just for edification's sake, speaking of that main topic. And then some more stuff I'll bring out in another video. So I don't want to write this out. This is edifying. Call all y'all about shit. Shalom to the elect.